Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. I'm a realtor living in the Villages, and we had Milton come through last night. And I went out with my drone today, specifically to reassure those who have friends or family living here, to reassure you as to what conditions are like here, because even though we had wind and rain, the Villagers was prepared. And as you look at this video or these videos, you'll see that there's very little evidence of damage. As a matter of fact, there is none. I drove around all day today. I saw a couple of trees uprooted, and by a couple I mean two or three. And I went to Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter, and Brownwood Town Square. There is debris, leaves specifically, that are being actively cleaned up. As a matter of fact, I think at Spanish Springs Town Square later, you'll see that there's a truck with a bed full of vegetation type debris. Everything was pretty nerve-wracking last night when tornadoes were spawning throughout Florida, but we didn't experience much of a problem here. Some people are or were without power. I don't know if they still are. Most of us still have power and never lost it. To give you some orientation as to the videos we're looking at, this first series of videos is the area between Morse and Buena Vista and between 466 and 466A. So this is basically the very center of the Villages between Lake Sumter and Brownwood Town Square. As you look at these videos, you can see no roof damage, no visible signs of a weather event of any kind. And it's also worth mentioning that the Villages is a tight-knit community. Even though people belong to many different groups here, most of us have a group of friends who check on us, make sure that we're okay, people we can rely on. And there may be friends that you've met playing bridge or playing golf or playing pickleball, and those friends may be different entirely from group to group. But that's one of the beautiful things about the Villages is you meet different people who have interests different to yours. So we're still focusing right now on this area that I described, which is the middle part of the Villages. And at the very end, I'm going to show you something that the Villages has done, which is really quite ingenious to prepare for these types of things. But here we are, the southern town square that I went to, which is Brownwood. It is not very active. No, hardly anybody was out today. There's the debris that I mentioned. You can see that there are pools of water, but without giving too much away, the Villagers has planned for these types of weather events. Not very many cars in the parking lot, but all the roofs are intact. No sign of any damage. Trying to strike a balance between talking and not talking, and so far talking has won. Moving up to Lake Sumter Town Square. This is the bridge, Morse, leading from 466 to Lake Sumter. Approaching Lake Sumter Town Square. It is a gloomy day today, but after facing unknown nature's wrath last night, gloomy seems quite nice. Plus, we get summer days here almost every day of the year, so a cloudy day now and then is not such a problem. As you can see, even the vegetation debris is mostly cleaned away. I saw people filling bags as I was out today, and looking around, you can see that most signs of trouble are gone. Just a shot of Lake Sumter. Since I was out there, I just tried to get what shots I could. Here we are back to that original shot where I first introduced Lake Sumter in this series of videos. And this is Spanish Springs. Just like the other two town squares that we saw, virtually deserted, hardly anybody is out. But the good news is all the roofs are intact. There's no sign of any problems anywhere. And as I pointed out to you, I went south to Brownwood, middle Lake Sumter, and here we are in the northern part, which is Spanish Springs. Did not see anybody who had a significant problem. It does look deserted, and it's kind of ironic because the flush of snowbirds is about to arrive. So seeing it this deserted in a month, it will be completely reversed, and these squares will be packed with people. We're still flying around the Spanish Springs area, and in the distance you can see a lake or pond, but actually that is part of the solution that the villagers has to the water problem. And imagine that the golf courses have ponds of water which can fill. The thing you'll notice as we look at this last set of videos coming up is that the golf courses themselves are retention ponds. Uh, I'm going to follow along a golf series of golf holes where you'll see that even houses that are on the very edge of the golf course did not face any flooding damage or, as it appears, no real risk of flooding. We're just finishing here with Spanish Springs. I cut this together very hastily. Please forgive me. I wanted you to see this today. This is the shot I'm talking about. This is a golf course, and normally it does not have as much water. The hole on the right, only the green and the tees remain out of the water. But the important thing to note, as I pointed out a moment ago, is that even the houses on the very edge of the golf course, which one would think would be at the greatest risk of flooding, you can see that they were not really at a risk of flooding. There's a vast acreage of area that would fill with water before the water ever got to their doors. So, but really, my hat is off to the villagers in their preparation. We were lucky that the storm was very diminished when it got to us. There's an example. That's normally not an island green, and you can see some vegetation debris on it. But really, that's the extent of the damage here. Vegetation debris, people a little shaken, but the villagers was well prepared. We were lucky that Mother Nature didn't deal us a harder blow. But from the villages, it's back to life as normal. And if you're interested in the real estate market here, please subscribe to my channel. I update you on what's happening every Monday. If you want to know what's happening, this is the place for you. That is normally also a pond there on the Bogart McCall Golf Course, now a huge lake. I hope to hear from you if you have any questions. Take care.